what's going on in Samoa then? You've written extensively about this. So we had the drama in Tonga a couple of years ago. Now it seems to have spread to Samoa.
So there were 2 years ago. I got a tip off from a player and kind of thought, oh, that's strange. And he told me about a coach who was a very top coach in the NRL who'd offered his services to Samoa. He said that the Samoan board had knocked this coach back, and I thought, that's very strange. Why would this coach knock him back? So I kind of thought, oh, blah, 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 blah. I then watched them play in that 2019 Test series, like they call it the Pacific Cup. It was when the Great Britain tour was down under. And I thought, Samoa played so badly, but then you look at the talent they have and it's staggering. So they've had the same coach since 2013, Matt Parish, and his results, there's nothing to take away. He might be a great coach, he might just not got the results, it happens. But a number of players wrote a letter to the Samoan Prime Minister earlier this year where they expressed concern about Matt Parish as a coach. 6 from 20, I think, and 1 from his last 9. So you've got the Parish issue, and players in my article, they made a number of claims. One kind of centered around his ability to kind of navigate the cultural competency, which I think if you speak to the Tongan guys, they say Christian Wolf has done incredibly well. He understands, he's fully immersed in it. Some players did feel Parish offered them that, and neither did he kind of offer the ultra professional environment you need to succeed as an elite athlete. They referenced drinking and a lot of hangers-on in the camps and so on and so forth. And then the second thing I think is fundamentally the board in Samoa. So they're clearly putting Matt Parish in place. They've accepted him as their coach until the end of the 21 World Cup, and they released a statement to the same effect. I think a lot of, Samoan kids you will meet are often very polite, very unassuming, very softly spoken. And it's a societal thing which we as probably gobby Westerners probably think, what a load of mumbo jumbo. But actually, this is a thing that's passed down on from tribes through the Matai system, all this kind of thing. So standing up to authority is quite a difficult thing for a lot of Samoan people to do. So yeah, and they've made allegations about the use of money and whether they've been transparent with it, and that's not an issue which is just in rugby league. That's also in the union team have been plagued by those issues for years. So you've got these two strands, and the board obviously want to keep Parish in, and Parish is obviously trying to put himself in the shop window for a better gig. And I think a lot of the players have just now kind of said enough is enough.
But there's an extra element to this now, which again has probably been a catalyst for your story. And that is the fact that the Johns brothers and Sonny Bill Williams, who is, of course, of Samoan heritage, have now come forward and said, well, we want to take it on. We think that we get a lot of the major players to play for Samoa. We think that we can respect everything that you've just spoken about, and we think we can get more out of this hugely talented group than as currently happened. Once they get involved, media personalities all, surely the Samoan organisation is backed into such a corner that they have to allow them to be involved.
So the Matty, Andrew, John / Sonny Bill coaching trio, I don't know if they'd be a great coaching team. It could be utter chaos, or it could be utter brilliance. Take your pick. But I'd been working on this since February, and then that thing came out of nowhere, and no one I've spoken to knows where that's come from either. So when the Johns brothers made their pitch, or more or less Matthew, and then Andrew also spoke about it. Interestingly, Sonny's not really spoken about it yet. But they both said, we see the potential, as you mentioned, Phil. We want to harness it. And the Samoan board basically said, I don't think they went through the right channels by the sounds of things from what the Samoan board put out. I don't know who their kind of contact is or whatever. But yeah, the Samoan board came out and said, well, we've we've not had an official approach, and Matt Parish is our coach. So as far as we're concerned, business is normal.
I suspect this one isn't going to go away, though, is it? Because they're not exactly shrinking violets.
No, but I think I heard both John's brothers say, well, if that's their decision, we'll accept it and we'll move on. We're not going to kick up a fuss or shout that we should be in there. But what I think is more concerning, if I was the Samoan Rugby League Samoa, is the undercurrent of players who are now talking about between themselves, saying I think my personal view is it will end up going the way Tonga did, and they'll have to play as an invitational team. I think that's one of two reasons. One is, again, it's the dissatisfaction with Matt Parish as a coach. I think they'll go get their own coach. And the second one is the dissatisfaction with the board, who, again, they haven't felt that board has been fully transparent, and they need to enforce some kind of change.